Hi, Elle Ingalls here at pressure-free.com, elleingles.com. Welcome to Living Pressure Free with Elle. Today, the topic's a question that I get quite a bit from people, especially people who grew up with someone who is really anxious. So if you had a parent or a guardian, whoever you lived with in your home, who had a lot of anxiety, this post is for you. This little show is for you today. I get this question, is anxiety genetic? Is it something that I have because one of my parents was really anxious, maybe even depressed? And the answer is no, it is not genetic. However, you may feel as though it is because you may feel that you have no control over your anxiety. So let's back up and I want to share with you, first of all, proof that it's not genetic. I know you can find a little slice of time somewhere in this life of yours from the time you were born to now where you really were happy, where you weren't anxious for at least a couple of moments. At least a couple of moments. If it were genetic, you would always be in fight or flight all the time. Now, many of us are in fight or flight most of the time because when we trigger these hormones, they last so long in our cells. It takes a really long time to get them out. And the moment we trigger fight or flight, it's really easy for us to feel anxious, even more anxious, because we feel like we might be under attack. So anything can feel like a threat. Anything can then cause you to trigger again. So the cycle just continues and continues and continues. It's hard to get out. So let's back up and go to the time when you were not born yet. So when you were still in your mother's womb, if she or someone outside of her was you heard loud voices, maybe there was a lot of shouting, maybe your mom was experiencing a lot of stress and anxiety when she was pregnant. I don't know any pregnant woman that doesn't go through something because it's a very difficult time. It can be a very difficult time, a very unknowing time. Let me put it that way. You have no idea what's going to happen the moment you get pregnant. You just don't know if the baby will survive, if you will survive. Like, it's a really delicate time for a woman. So your mom was under that. And if she was also working a job, maybe going to school or had other children, she was probably releasing stress hormones quite a bit. Every time she released them, they affected you. So when a baby's inside, it actually makes a 6-second cycle with its spine, learning how to breathe. It's bringing fluid in and then expelling the fluid. As it learns to develop its lungs, it's going in and out, in and out, in and out, about 6-second cycle. If for any reason the baby has some sort of a fight or flight response, it freezes, doesn't move until the 6-second cycle, until the stressor is reduced or relieved. When the baby feels like the stress is gone, then it resumes the cycle, which is why if you've got a chain-smoking mom, the baby will have underdeveloped lungs. It's not taking in the fluid and expelling it with this gentle rocking back of the spine. That is so huge. So if you had a mom who was triggering stress hormones a lot, you were freezing a lot in there. Or if she was smoking, or if she doing anything else or taking anything that when it hit your little body caused you to go into a bit of trauma, then you froze. So you're born, you come out into the world. What we do when we're first born, from the moment we're born, we look up into somebody's face and we start imitating. Well, if one of your parents, especially if your mom, had postpartum depression, then your mom didn't smile very much at you. That's, you learn to smile from someone looking into your little face and you smile back. Smiling is the number one thing you can begin to do to alleviate anxiety and depression. It's been clinically proven that just through smile therapy, you can actually get off of antidepressants. Clinically proven by UC Berkeley back in 1977. But smile therapy is free, so you won't hear about it from probably anybody but me and maybe a few other handful of people across the world. Smile therapy is free. Now, the key is you have to smile at the right time. If you're fake smiling through your day and you've already triggered stress hormones, that can be difficult. But if you can catch the tension or the emotion coming on you and smile in that sweet 10-second spot that I teach you in Pressure Free, if you can smile then you're not going to release stress hormones. Then your body and mind are going to work better for you. You're not going to feel like you're under threat and you're not going to go into deep anxiety. So smiling is very, very cool. But if you were a baby and you didn't get enough smiling, then you didn't develop this. You didn't even develop. So many people, I see them. I was just in the grocery store and there was a polka band. Now, some people were smiling. Other people were frowning. So it's like, are you getting enough smiling? That's so important. Now, you can smile to yourself now. You can be your own best parent, no matter what age you are, and start to smile more at yourself. Catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror and smile. Catch a glimpse of your reflection as you go past a store and just smile a little bit. It's amazing how much we're not smiling and how much we're actually going like this. So see if you can get a little bit of smiling going. It's going to be very helpful. So if you didn't get that when you were little, that could be a reason why you started to create a pattern and a reaction to things that was more negative than positive. So this kept going throughout your lifetime until you developed habits of something happens and you instantly overreact and release the stress hormones. Now you're not going to feel good for hours. And you're going to stay in that stress cycle probably over and over and over again and not get a good night's sleep. So when you wake up, you're fatigued. It's very hard to be happy when you're fatigued. So that's why a lot of people think, well, this is genetic. It's not genetic. You imitated. You imitated and you started experiencing that when you were still in utero. And then when you came out into this world, you imitated the adults around you, whomever they were. It's so many studies have been proven on this to show that early, how you were raised when you were little. If you were instantly whisked into a daycare, there's no way that a daycare, as loving as they are, and I've met a lot of very lovable ones who totally love those babies they're taking care of, but there's no way can smile at that many babies all the time that this baby needs it. So many people today are suffering from anxiety simply because they didn't get that good start. The good news is that starting at this very moment, you can start to turn it around and you can do it to yourself. The pressure-free method is the fastest way to reduce anxiety, depression, all of the things that happen when we get stressed out or we feel stress. When we can stop the release of those hormones, you're going to start to feel better right away because your brain's going to be working for you. You're not going to feel threatened. So take a look. If you want to have a private call with me, go to speakwithelle.com. I'll put the link down here below. I have so many great things for you right on my website too, and I have a YouTube channel. So if you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching this on Facebook, so many things to get you started. But a one-on-one call if you're serious. If you're tired of your stress and anxiety, you want to get off the fence, then let's just have that free complimentary session with me. You will feel no pressure to buy anything. I only take clients who want to work with me. But that could give you so much to give you a great start, get you really going. So I wish you a great pressure-free day. And doing this from my business page, it will be shared out to my private page as well. And then I have this wonderful young woman who spins it out on all my other channels and Instagram and everything else. So have a great pressure-free day, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.